During the Super Bowl this year, we got the trailer for Deadpool 3, which is titled Deadpool and Wolverine, and it looked awesome and promising. July cannot get here any sooner, so I can see it. Just recently, we got the trailer for Joker 2, which is titled Joker Folie à Deux. Forgive me for mispronouncing the title. I'm blanking on it right now. But either way, I saw the trailer and it looked awesome and promising, and October cannot get here any faster. Now, with the trailers for both Deadpool 3 and Joker 2 out and having excellent trailers that got me real excited to go see them when they come out, it got me thinking, could these two movies possibly save the superhero genre? Let's explore. Now, we all know last year was not an easy year for superhero movies. I mean, the best we got was Across the Spider-Verse and Guardians of the Galaxy 3, but everything else that came out that year just did horrible, both commercially and critically. And people are starting to feel like superhero fatigue is starting to seep in, which you're not wrong for feeling that way, but at the same time, I feel like there is still hope. And I just feel like the best was doing Endgame. And since then, everybody was trying to recapture that magic or trying to keep the superhero genre alive. And it's just like, have we reached the peak for the superhero genre? But not necessarily. But I do think right now, there are some shows out right now that started like in fall of last year and going on to now that I do think is keeping the superhero genre on life support. And that is Gen V, Loki, Marvel's What If, Invincible, and right now X-Men 97. I feel like all those shows have kept the superhero genre alive to a degree, but it's the movies where it's starting to fizzle out a little bit. But looking in 2024, there are two movies coming out that I think could keep the superhero genre alive and give it some much needed injection that it needs. And yeah, you can say we had Madam Web, which came out earlier this year, but we all know how that turned out. It's really Deadpool 3 and Joker 2 that everybody's excited for. Now, Deadpool 3 is in a really good position because one, it's building off of the goodwill of the first two films. It is keeping its R rating. Thank God, at least Disney has the good sense to realize, like, Deadpool, let's not fuck with that. And Marvel Studios in general, they are trying to cut back, and Deadpool 3 is the only movie that they're coming out this year, and they're going to integrate that somehow into the MCU. From what we saw in the trailers, it looks like they're using the TVA to do that. But other than that, Marvel said that they're trying to cut back on the amount of content that they put out there, which is smart on their part because it's like we're getting just too much in one year. Like in 2022 alone, we had like how many shows and how many movies? This year, we only have Deadpool 3, and that is a good thing. I don't know what live action shows they're going to put out, but it's good that Deadpool 3 is the only Marvel movie coming out just to give people some time to breathe a little bit. I also think enough time has passed between Deadpool 2 and now for enough to people to be like, where's Deadpool at? And now that it's here, it's like, oh, I remember now, I'm excited. Deadpool as well as Wolverine was always fan favorites, which is why they're making a movie together. Now, I mean, I am excited Hugh Jackman is coming back as Wolverine, but at the same time, I felt like his version of that character had a good send-off with Logan. So him coming back here, I don't know, but it's cool that we get to see him in the yellow suit. But the other reason this movie is on everybody's radar is because this movie is possibly the No Way Home of the Fox Marvel brand. They're bringing back previous X-Men from the X-Men movies. Supposedly, Jennifer Garner is making an appearance as Elektra. We did see the 20th Century Fox logo, what looks to be in the void, which is their way of saying like the old regime of Fox is over, and that's where they sent it. Now, I say this movie could be the No Way Home of the Fox Marvel characters, but at the same time, I hope it doesn't rely too much on that because one of the things that people love about the first two Deadpool movies was the story. The first movie was essentially a love story, and then the second movie was essentially a family film. It gave us what we wanted from Deadpool, but at the same time gave us a good story that worked in hand with Deadpool. Deadpool and Wolverine being the only Marvel movie to come out this year is in a good position and has the chance to set things back on track for the Marvel brand. Now, Joker Folie à Deux is in a good position because, one, it's building off of the goodwill from that first film. We all remember when that first film came out, it set the world on fire. But a lot of people, myself included, loved it because it was different. It was a different kind of, well, Joker's not a superhero, but it was a different kind of comic book movie. I loved it because it was different. It actually did something creative with the comic book genre. It bends with other genres, or in this case, vibe, because this movie essentially felt like a Martin Scorsese movie. And this movie here looks to continue that vibe. And just like the first movie, from what I saw in the trailer, there ain't nothing cute about this movie. Like, this movie has something to say about mental health. It's looking to continue that genre blend by making it a musical. And we all heard the news of it being a musical. Some people thought, why they're making it a musical? That seems stupid. But then we saw the trailer and it was like, oh, this isn't like your typical trailer, which definitely got me interested because it looks like all the musical aspects of it are what's inside the Joker and even Harley Quinn's head, which is a good creative thing to do because it is also a reflection of mental health. And also, from what I heard, there's going to be a lot of copyrighted music in this movie, so which means this movie is going to be a jukebox musical, which is a term I never really heard about and never really thought about. And if this movie does right, then hey, I think we could possibly see more jukebox musicals or people utilize jukebox musicals. Now, we all know Joaquin Phoenix is going to do good in this movie. I mean, he won an Oscar for the first film. But Lady Gaga, she is the newest attraction in this movie because she is playing Harley Quinn, which I don't doubt that she will do good with the material she's given. She can act and she could sing. We all know that for sure. For what I saw in this trailer, she looked like she is about to go the fuck off. If both Deadpool and Joker turn out to be great hits this year, then they both could possibly save the superhero genre. But tell me, what do you think? Are you excited for Deadpool 3 and Joker 2? Do you think these two films could possibly save the superhero genre? Let me know in the comment section below. This your boy Bankful B. Stay safe, wash your hands, peace.